I always wanted to ask you this. When you did NWA, of course you did a fabulous job. Did they really make you audition?
Yeah, for 2 years.
Seriously?
Wow.
2 years. It was.
So your father wouldn't say, forget all audition, my son gonna play me, shut the hell up.
No, because he knew I was just a guy off the couch right then and there. I needed to go through the ringer. So I went to USC to screenwrite. That's what I was going to do. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to write scripts for video games. And in the middle of my second year, he's like, yo, they're taking this NWA movie serious. I'm like, all right, I'm happy for you. He was like, no, in a perfect world, you would play me. I said, ugh. You know, at the time, it wasn't no like real good rap biopics. So I didn't have nothing to like measure it off of. So I was like, who's doing it? He was like, Universal Studios. Pretty good, you know? And he ain't never asked me to do nothing besides take out the trash. So it was my guy telling me he needed me. So I had to say yeah. And then he was like, but you got to audition. I was like, please make me audition. Because if I audition and I don't get it, it's not my fault. I'm just bad at acting. So he tells Gary Gray, the director, and he goes, Cube, I thought we were doing a real movie. Right, but he didn't tell me that because that just would have
set you off.
Set me off. So studio said the same thing, well, similar to that. So then I audition. Gary sees something, but I'm not there. So he gets me an acting coach. That's Aaron Spicer. From there, I'm auditioning, convinced my dad to let me leave SC to pursue this. He was like, you just got to make it work. I'm like, okay. Going to Aaron Spicer, do another audition, nothing. Another 3 months, do another audition, nothing. Another 3 months. So now I look up, it's been 2 years. I left in the middle of my second year. I'm watching all my friends graduate without me because it's been 4, you know? They hit me like, so what you doing? What's going on? I'm like, I don't know. So now I'm scared. Now I feel like I threw everything away. If I don't get this, I'm done. Of course my dad would have had something for me and yeah, but the path I was on, it would have been over. And I felt like I messed that up. And I talk about that a lot. Like my dad's fire that he had to have was external. He could see a situation he wanted to get out of, whether it be the neighborhood, losing friends, all of that. It's visible. I had a good life. Life looks great on the outside. So when you're second generation, you have to have an internal fire that you got to like find stuff to get mad at that might not even really be there, but you got to use it. So that fear of not knowing the direction of where I'm going to go, that was there. Then my doing it for my siblings, for my brothers and my sister, that like, we got to get this. We can't let somebody else have this. It's our dad. So that's added to it. And so I started to build that into me. And by the time we got it, I hit the ground running. And then after Straight Outta Compton was a success, I didn't get a call for a year because after I did that, it became, well, of course he could play his dad. And so I'm like, dude, you just put me through the ringer. And now it's, of course, you didn't think I was going to get it before. So then after that, I had to tell my team, I was like, yo, anything that we get has to be completely different from the last thing that we did. Because I got to show versatility now. And, you know, I did a movie called Ingrid Goes West, which did a lot for me. It was way smaller budget, indie, but it got me to Sundance. And then my third movie ever is the first Den of Thieves. And, you know,
and
now
we're here
we
for
go
the
on to Godzilla, go on to Obi-Wan Kenobi, go on all these things. Now here we are.
I don't know if you heard this before, but the way you played NWA, I actually thought I was watching your father.
Yeah, I heard that a few times.
That's how long I've been on your pops. And I actually, like you, I don't know if anybody would tell you, but you did an incredible job on that.
Thank you, man.
Yes, you really did.
Well, so you 2 years, when they officially told you, okay, what was it about the last audition that gave them the confidence, and what was that realization like for you? Oh shit, it's happening.
Well, it really came down to a screen test. Now, with a screen test, they get a bunch of actors going for the same role, see how they got chemistry on screen, and see if they, if they got the look that they want. So I'm thinking I'm about to go to this studio, meet somebody they want to play Dre, meet somebody they want to play Easy, and we do some scenes and I leave. I get there, I see a dude in a Jerry curl. I go up to him. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You going for Easy? He said, no, I'm going for Q. Wow. You here same time as me? Okay. Go to another dude. He don't have a Jerry curl. So I'm like, all right, you must be going for Dre. Yeah, I'm going for Dre, and I'm going for Q. So now I'm like, I'm O'Shea Jackson Jr. Good to meet you, man. Good to meet you. I'm frowning all day. Anything, anywhere. I'm just looking like this all
Your face
day.
right now has completely
I just
changed.
got to lock in.
Yeah.
So I'm locking in, just making sure every scene I can do, I'm frowning in. And I met the dudes playing Easy. It was only one of those, Jason. Got his part already. And then my man, Corey Hawkins, he was playing Dre. And then we had the best chemistry amongst the three. And there was even a moment after one of the scenes where I was like, this is it. This three right here, this is it. Y'all not getting no better. And then it was like, after that, the studio and Gary and everybody got to make a decision. But I was confident. I mean, when you've been doing something for 2 years, you got a chip on your shoulder that just can't go away. And then my dad called me to the house. He was like, you did it. And it was like a moment of just like, man, like the fear left, but then it started because like, damn, now I got to work. Like now
you got to be on.
Now it's for real. Now we got to make a good movie.
Yeah.
And there was I don't think I told this story online yet, but there was a moment where we doing the table read, which is where you get to read the script with the crew, do it. And I couldn't help but notice there was a scene missing out of the original script I had. The scene where I destroyed the office wasn't in the movie anymore. So I'm like, no, you're not doing me like this. Like, now I got such a chip on my shoulder. I'm thinking, y'all don't think I can do that. Y'all don't think I can go there for that scene. So I'm like, number one, this is one of the coolest stories my dad ever told me.
Yes.
So I'm like, bro, I need that. I need to do that. The scene is about me, you know? So I'm like, bro, we got to get that. And so I had to put my USC hat on and talk real cinema, to Gary and the producers on my character arc and what it means for the film and yada, yada, yada. In my mind, I'm thinking, give me my heart back.
Yes.
But like, I'm putting the film student etiquette on it. And they were like, all right, you know what? You got a point. It makes sense. And then on the day when it's time to shoot it, Gary come up to me and was like, all right, you got your scene. You got 2 takes.
He only gave you 2 takes?
2 takes. But he was like, we going to go through what you can and can't break first.
Right.
I'm going to let you go through a couple times. But we only got 2 takes for you to break all this. And I was so mad. I know you don't know this, but I was so hot that I only got 2 takes that I went in there smashing everything. Bro.
Right.
Everything. There's a line in there that I'm not supposed to say where I'm like, you think I give a fuck about these records? Yeah. I put up these. That's not in
That's such a
script.
cold line.
No,
Yeah,
I'm going off.
Yeah.
And then the take it out what you owe me, that's not in the script either, but I was locked in.
If that scene wasn't in the movie and you never got to do that, then it might not have had the same impact. And then it's all going to be on you. It's not going to be on the script.
Right. It's just going to be like, yeah, he was cool. If that office scene is not in the movie, the last time you see me is getting off the bus after I don't sign the contract, and then I'm out the movie until I run into Easy at the club or
no Vaseline still happens.
Yeah, or the no Vaseline scene. But then that's it. Him in the office, everybody sees my dad mad.
Yes.
Right? It's his go-to.
When I think of your dad, I think of him mad.
Go-to.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever got to see my dad mad. So this is my first time like being able to immortalize his level of pissed off. And the original story is he went in there, had a normal conversation. Where's the money you promised? Oh, we can't. Oh, Cube, I don't remember saying that. You don't remember saying that? I just paid for a house. Got a baby on the way. That's me, Shaq. Got a baby on the way. Got a baby on the way. All right. I'm going to help you remember. You went across the street to Big Five, put down the credit card, got the bats, came back up, and they found the money. All right? That's a cool story. It needs to be in a movie. And they took it out, but I put it back in America.
Shaq, we've had a lot of people on this podcast that have kids, and you've talked about what it's like trying to get them to work and to grind. When you hear him talk, this is the first time where we're kind of getting the other side. What's that like for you?
He says something very important, internal fire. You know, and I try to tell my kids the same thing. Like, I try to motivate Sharif and Shakir.
You know how good life is?
Yeah, no, but I try to tell them, like, for example, I said, Luka Doncic on this next contract going to be making $90 million. Now, if you're half as good as him, that's $45 million. Now, if you're half as good as that, that's $20 million. Get it cracking. But, you know, similar to you, our babies are just so nice and so respectful. But as a guy that's very successful, it's better for me to hear that, hey, man, your kids are nice. They're smart. Like, I don't, like, you know, like I tell my kids all the time, I don't want another basketball player. You don't have to play basketball. I don't give a f- about no basketball. However, you're going to do something. But if you do it, make sure you do it to, you know, its fullest capacity. You know, make sure you enjoy doing it.